2015 Ford Focus. Customer says they are getting code P2700 and the engine had stalled on them and the transmission was shuddering. This is the dual clutch DPS6 transmission. All of the shifts seem to be there. A couple of them are a little lazy, and I might hear a little bit of bearing noise developing in the transmission, possibly. It's too faint to tell for sure. 125,000 miles. Survey says, well, there's some codes here for the medium speed control area network being dropped down at one point, and cylinder head temp sensor circuit high. But why don't we focus our attention on this? This is the code they're talking about. This is also the code that could possibly end up being a TCM. Let's diagnose this. Unfortunately, the code they're talking about is not covered under the extended coverage on the TCM. But I did see a UO100, which could be related to the network dropping down, although I believe the TCM's on the high-speed network. The code P2700, friction element apply time range. The only thing Ford tells us to do is check the clutch for wear. Gee, thanks Ford. What I'm going to recommend for you guys is to take the upper and lower clutch actuators, swap the positions, see if the code transfers to a clutch B issue. If it does, replace both actuators. If it doesn't, then turn the clutch by hand. I'm going to show you how to do that. And that'll test the clutch fork to see if it's sticking or not. I think I figured out the cylinder head temp sensor high code. Look at the bubbling. Needs a degas bottle. This is the A clutch actuator. I'm going to pull that out. It has 4 E8 inverted Torx bolts fastening it down. A little bit of debris down in there, some clutch debris. So the clutch does have wear. This is a clutch reset tool. I'm going to spline it into the A fork. This is a long extension. The tool itself that you get may not look like this. This is a custom tool. Alright, I'm going to stick it in there. I'm going to get a ratchet and turn this counterclockwise 10 times. Okay, with a ratchet, I turn it counterclockwise 10 times. And it felt smooth the whole time I was applying it, which is good. It's supposed to. If you feel any tough spots, it needs forks and a clutch. But it's supposed to release instantly as well. So let me release it. Take a look at the top of the extension here as a reference if you'd like. That's good. Next thing you can do, once it's in the full release position, the fork here, you can put a little ratchet on it here. Try to go clockwise. Do not put too much pressure on it. Just try to go clockwise. See how it's not going clockwise? That means that the fork is in good condition. If it goes past the stops and does go clockwise here, that means that the bearings are coming apart in the fork and it's kind of cocking sideways there like that. That's kind of a crusty looking clutch actuator there. Definitely appears to be the original fork there. It just looks dirty and a little off center there. Well, I mean, the pinpoint test, there is none for that code. It just says check for wear damage on the clutch, and I see debris in there, debris. It has been 7 years and 107,000 miles since the clutch has been replaced on this. Holy cow. No wonder it's having issues. That is well past the expectancy on one of these. Well, if you can live with shudder and you start out with a new clutch and forks and all that, you can probably get 100,000 out of it before something catastrophic like this happens. You know, just drive it hard once in a while, and that'll help prevent too much wear and shudder on the clutch there. if you just let it shutter for a long time, it can cause debris to come off the clutch and gum up the forks. Alright, so folks at home, if you're in this situation and you turn the clutch fork and it feels fine, I think I'll go ahead and recommend try to replace these clutch actuators before anything, if they look like this. And either way, if the motor is lazy, it can set a code like that. However, you may end up having to replace the clutch and forks anyway, just so you know. This particular Focus does also have a U0101, so I can put a TCM in it. So I think what I'll end up doing here is recommending a clutch job with the forks and actuators and a warranty TCM. And that'll be a guaranteed fix, and that's also going by the workshop manual, checking the clutch for wear. If you'd rather not spend any money at first, you can also try to, like I said, take this actuator here, put it on the lower position, take the lower actuator and put it up here, clear the codes, see if it transfers to the opposite clutch. If it does, you know the actuators are bad. Oh yeah, and it needs a degas bottle too, so. Alright, well, hope this gets you somewhere in your Focus. Hope it helps you out. If you have that code, have yourself a great day. Good luck to you. And I'm always available to help with your automotive advice, whether you leave a comment below or join my Facebook or Discord group. Thank you very much.